Okay, guys, final match of day number 1. In the bottom right, we have Goblin and Elaser. On opposite scores, actually. Elaser 2-0 in his first 2 matches. Goblin 0-2. This match would be pretty big win for both of them, actually, because Elaser going 3-0, I think... I mean, I don't want to say it for sure, but if you go 3-0, you might already be guaranteed at playoffs, even if you lose the rest of your games. Maybe barely not, but it's a fantastic start, and going 0-3 is just a terrible feeling, you know? So I really want Goblin to win this one, but we'll see. Top left, we have Showtime and Shameless. Now, I need to dig deep to know what their scores are. Showtime is 1-1. He lost 2-0 just now to Elaser and Nicorakt, and before that he won 2-1 against Nicorakt and Spirit. And Shameless is... I want to say he's 1-1 as well. Or maybe he only played 1 time. I think he might have just played once. In that case, he's 1-0. I'm gonna settle that as my answer. I could be wrong, but that's what I think. Now, the interesting part of this best of 3 is to see how double Protoss is gonna handle double Zerg. Or sorry, Protoss Zerg. Before this tournament, I said it was one of the worst matchups you could play. Then we had Jumi and... Who was the other Protoss? Jumi and Trigger beat Serral and Skillis 2-0. So I'm not so sure anymore, all of a sudden. So I guess we'll see. Now, I guess the biggest thing is that it's just really hard to move out against a Zerg who has Zerglings, so they can drone up like crazy. Ling Stalker is quite good against just Stalker, so there's that as well. But I guess we'll see how it's going to play out. We could easily have double Oracle. We could have an all-in from one side. As you can see, Goblin already going for the 2-gate opening, while the other tosses went for 1-gate expand each. Actually, I think that... let me see the scouting real quick. Oh no, they did scout a probe, never mind. For a second I thought they didn't scout, and I was like, Goblin's gonna be annoyed that he didn't expand, because he was probably scared of a block. Second time today, guys, Goblin is gonna go for the proxy robo. Okay, the last time I didn't like it, because he did it against Zerg, and it just sucks against Zerg. Now he's up against double Protoss, so that makes sense, right? We have Showtime with the fast Stargate. Where did he put it? Here's the fast Stargate. Shameless, I want to guess, is probably going to add 2 gateways. I think that's what he's going to do. I think maybe even 3. 2 or 3 gateways. That's what I expect him to do. Let's see if that's actually going to happen. Now, here's the thing. On this map, defending seems hard initially. Massive, right? Just really big area to defend. But nowadays, you have sentries with energy recharge. He can force field this ramp even with this sentry right now, after putting an Hallucinated Phoenix out. So I guess we'll see. Showtime goes for the Void Ray first. Shameless indeed does go for the extra gates. I think that this should be defendable, honestly. Like, really, I'm not kidding. For me, this could be an absolute crushing defeat for either side. I don't know. I just say, theoretically, it looks like it should be defendable. They have two players making batteries, okay? Not just one. Like, there's gonna be 6 batteries already. There is an Immortal out. Oh, I really like that they're working on the rocks. He wouldn't be able to walk up here. He would lose the Immortal and the game instantly. So, gonna go for the rocks. Same time, Prism is gonna be finished in a couple seconds, and then we'll see. Elaser needs to be careful. Like, he could have got a couple of links cut off. Shameless, very patient there. Okay. Yeah, I mean, we'll see. Second Void Ray is almost out. There are so many sentries and battery. Yeah, I don't know. It looks like it's gonna be hell to me. I don't know if it is, but it sure looks like it. Like, there's a lot of stuff. I guess the Prism... This is a really good move by Elaser, by the way. Going for the probes here. Goblin baiting the force fields with his Prism. They're executing this very, very well so far. Battery gets sniped at the same time. They still can't really commit, because there's even more force fields. Force field here would be huge, by the way. He can lock them in! No! That was a massive moment he missed. All those Zerglings would have been locked. That would have been 12 dead Zerglings right there. One force field was all it took. I guess he really wants to have enough force fields for the front over here, but that would have been a big moment. Look at the drone count real quick. They don't have a lot of workers behind this at all. Force fields are pretty good. There's 3 Void Rays out, guys. These batteries are still not drained. He doesn't have energy for a battery recharge, though, but there's still 3 Void Rays, and I think it's gonna get crushed here, guys. Showtime alone can defend this from now on, and there's still a Shameless with 5 Stalkers and 1 Sentry. And for the second game in a row, sorry, It seems like the proxy robo is not gonna work. Now, when they're circling, there's all... I mean, there are 42 links on the map, okay? 42 links... Did he lose a void ray? No, it was just over there for a prism. Oh, he went too far. That prism is begging to die. Kill the prism. It literally, it's begging you to be killed. Yeah, there you go. Okay, that took a long time. Judging by how it went, that obviously wasn't going to matter. And Showtime and Shameless take game number 1 incredibly convincingly. And now, I don't know if this is just a one-off, this is going to happen again. I am now completely convinced that double Protoss is just unkillable early on, because that is just so many batteries, and I swear they've planted like 25 force fields this game. There's so many gateway units and void rays and whatnot. I don't think they're going to be cheesing again. Goblin is definitely going to be rethinking his choices of going for proxy robo today. We're definitely not going to see it next game, but game number 1 goes to the blue team. On the verge of going 0-3 in the bottom left, we have Gobo. And perhaps on the verge of going 3-0 if they win this game, it's Elaser. And in the top right, we have Showtime and Shameless. Shameless indeed, 3-1 in the map so far, guys. This could be a 2-0 start for him, which would be absolutely massive. Showtime is playing to go 2-1 or 1-2. In 2v2, I find it very hard to say how a series is gonna... Oh, that's a gas burst, by the way. How a series is gonna progress, because people have different ideas of builds and strategies. I would think after the last game that Golden Elaser would definitely not attack again. But maybe they think against Protoss, you have to attack, so then they just do a different attack. I don't know. I just hope we're not going to see a proxy robo again, because at some point it gets into your head. If you're 0-2 with proxy robo, you do it a third time, somewhere inside your brain is being like, bro, why? What if you lose again? You're going to look like an idiot, you know? That's what your brain starts telling yourself, so... Doesn't look like it's gonna be a 2-gate opener again, guys. He made the Elaser's gas. Elaser really loves that when you make his gas. Is it gonna be... He didn't make the second gate yet. Huh. He has made 3 gases, but only 1 gate. Okay, I mean, it could be a fast Stargate. He always going for the double block. Ah, oh, that is cool. I thought it was just going to be a single block, but he went for the double block instead of the second gate. Yeah, this is something you can do against Protoss, guys. You can't do it against Zerg because their hatches are usually too fast. You can't do it against Terran because they can fly. But he is double blocking them. He's playing against double 1-gate expand, and they both don't get to expand. That is a lot of damage. Very good start by Goblin. And at the same time, he's going to get his Stargate out at a completely fine time. Exactly. It throws it down instantly. Showtime with the Stargate. Is it also going to be a Stargate from Shameless? I actually wouldn't mind it. Like, if they go double Stargate... Oh, he's going for the Cybercore block. Okay, this is cool, guys. This is the kind of strat that I love talking about. So, what he's doing is he is giving all his money to block them forever. He's going to do another one. Yeah, you see? He's giving all his money to block them forever. And Elaser's gonna get rich. That's basically the premise of this game for them. Elaser is gonna get way ahead out of all of them. And Gobo is not gonna be like super far behind, you know? Oh! He built a pylon to see if it was gonna be Phoenix, but then Elaser sniped the pylon in time. It is gonna be Phoenix against Phoenix, guys. This is the Nexus that went down, by the way. 3 minutes in. Because of the block. Shameless is nowhere near building his Nexus. Hey, where are you going? Oh, he wants to proxy. But he's gonna see the probe here. Ah. Damn. Look, he tried to just build a pylon on top of that probe. That's funny. Oh, it's trapped. You gotta be careful. There we go. Still no base here. Elaser did make a bunch of links, right? Yeah, I did see 12 links on the production tab. It's Phoenix against Phoenix. Dark Shrine. Oh, Dark Shrine by Shameless. That is super, super tricky. Guys. Goblin is going for a Twilight Council. And he didn't make an Oracle. That means that there's not going to be detection at all. Besides this one spore in Elaser's base. Damn. Those, I mean, so far we haven't seen the DTs be very good. I talked about it before. It's... Every time it seems like it should be good, but then it's not. That's basically what happened so far. It gets caught every time. But, I mean, one time it has to work, right? This is actually super, super, super sneaky and gross. What they're doing is Showtime is playing Phoenixes, so Goblin is not allowed to go anywhere with his air units. And then this guy is playing DTs while hiding behind... They could lose the game right here. Get ready for this. Showtime reaction speed! Goblin reaction speed. Oh, he's... Oh my goodness, almost gonna lose another one. Lynx are here in the meantime. Oh, that is a beautiful catch by Elaser, though. Look at that. Keep in mind, Elaser is the strongest player here, guys. 51 workers against almost nothing. DTs are gonna be revealed for this. Okay. Very, very good move by Elaser there. Doesn't just catch a couple units. Also reveals the DTs. And now he's going to keep this Oracle at home. Perfectly safe. Spore is going to be built in every base, including an extra one for Elaser. And yeah, the fruits of Goblin's early game build, I would say, are definitely paying off. Elaser's getting an upgrade already as well. Phoenixes are going to get a decent amount of damage. Yeah, this is the scary part of playing Phoenix against Phoenix. And then, I mean, what it looked like to me is that Goblin wanted to play Phoenix against Phoenix, but he lost faith that he was actually going to go up against Phoenixes. So he kind of stopped building them, made an Oracle, tried to go across to Scout, and then Showtime suddenly has 3 more Phoenix, right? That is very, very tough. Another... Wow. Elaser... Ah, gracias. Elaser is absolutely popping off right now, guys. Phoenixes are going ham, though. Goblin's worker count, it's already looking pretty sad. 35 against 44 and 42. A bit of a mistake there by Showtime, I want to say, to lift the Stalkers instead. Like, I have played these games before. I don't know if you guys knew this, but I had a little bit of a Zerg arc. For a while, I didn't like playing Terran in 2v2 as much. So I was playing a lot of Zerg with Gobo. And with my Zerg, we actually broke the MMR record at the... Well, not the record, we were just rank 1 in MMR at the time. And basically one of our plays was this. Like, Protoss goes 2-gate, plays safe / annoying, Zerg gets rich, and the Zerg really becomes super, super strong. None of them can do anything against Elaser right now. He has 70 workers, and his army is strong. Look, he's denying 2 bases at the same time. He's not even really paying attention to his units. He's just like, yeah, I'm just gonna kill the guys. 104 supply. Now, once again, Goblin is pretty dead. Look at the income here, okay? Elaser, like I said, absolutely crushing it. Then the blue Protoss players are in between, and then Goblin is just kind of dead at the bottom. On average, I would say that the red team is still ahead, but keep in mind these Phoenixes are not going to get counted for a while. And now Elaser is doing what he should be doing, and that is the Hive. This is pretty much the way that I would play 2v2 with Zerg, is you just get single Evo, mass links, and then you go for a Hive. If they play Skytals, you make Vipers. If they make Mass Phoenixes, you can make Vipers and Ultras because they can't get lifted. An extremely strong way to play. And even though the blue team looks like they're doing decent because of the kills of these Phoenixes, I think they're going to need to find an answer. If they can't answer Elaser soon, they will die. For sure. Now that's a little bit of a rough fight over Showtime. I think he lost at least 1 Phoenix. Could have been another one. But here's the thing. Showtime, like, I'm not gonna lie, I would prefer it if he would just YOLO and kill workers, because it's 13 Phoenixes against 12 Stalkers, it's 83 Lynx. The Phoenixes are completely useless against the Lynx, like, literally just completely useless. So I think he might as well just go ahead and kill some probes. I think that's what he's gonna do now. He's gonna lose a couple of his units. Oh, yeah, I don't think he has an energy recharge for this. Like, 1 Oracle will do so much worker. Yeah, here we go. Every single worker here should die. He's not paying attention because he was focused at home. Had to kill the base again. Sentries get target fired. Shameless tried to alert him. And this is going to be the story of this game. Elaser being super rich, Goblin being super dead, and the other boys being somewhere in between. Since he can't get this base, look at it. Goblin's gonna have more eco than Showtime. Because Goblin does actually have the 3rd base. That is the downside of Phoenixes. Phoenixes don't kill buildings. Oh, thank goodness for Elaser, he didn't have Storm yet. Oh, he doesn't have... What a timing by Elaser! He's gonna get those Templars. Oh, no, that was a terrible fight somehow. I really thought that was going to go a lot better. I guess maybe he shouldn't have gone too hard for those Templars. But here we go, guys. This is what I'm talking about. Ultra, ultra, ultra. They're coming from every hatchery. Did he just... Guys, I think he just lost 10 Phoenixes. He has 4. Did he actually just lose every single Phoenix? Basically. Didn't he have 12 or something? Oh, Showtime. And he still doesn't have a base, by the way. Like, that was basically Showtime's mission at this point. Shameless got strong enough that he can compete with Elazer. Like, Elazer is ahead, 100%, but he has Storm, Immortal, he's getting a 4th base up. Showtime's mission was to just kill Goblin's workers forever. But now, he can't do that anymore, so Showtime is... Yeah, I don't want to say useless, but he is just not gonna have that much power left in this game. I think what they're gonna do is they're gonna send 5 Ultras across, and they're gonna go for a big A move. As you can see, Goblin is preparing for it. One thing about Colossus is you don't make them in PvP usually because Stalkers just one-shot them, basically. At some point, he's just gonna blink on top and kill it. Now, Elazer is being very, very patient here. They don't have Storms at the front, by the way. So I would say that this attack is going to be devastating if they go for it. Dude, it's 6. How many more does he have? 8 Ultras with 2-1 upgrades and armor. Here we go. There's only 1 Immortal. This army dies to the Ultras for sure. Yeah, he's gonna... Dude, blink here. YOLO blink there. I would love it. Like, the entire army would be sandwiched. Okay, he does it a little bit too late. He had the same idea. Yeah, these Ultras are not gonna die, guys. Watch them chomp. These Ultralists are not gonna die to any... Are they taking damage? Can you guys tell? One of them just entered yellow HP. What is orange? Oh my goodness. Counterattack here at the same time. GG is called. And Goblin Elazer win game number 2 based off a classic strategy. A strategy that I don't want to say I pioneered, but I did a lot of times because it's very cool. And I would love to see a different version of that again. Doing the exact same thing might be weird, going for the double block again or whatever. But sacrificing Goblin to give Zerg a massive eco, I think it's a fantastic way to play double or Zerg Protoss. And I'm curious to see if they're going to go for that again. All right, the final game of day 1. In the top left, we have Shameless and Showtime. In the bottom right, we have Elazer and Goblin. Now, I definitely saw Elazer and Goblin taking some extra time to discuss strategy, so I'm very curious to see what they have cooked up. Yo, Wardy, thank you very much for the raid. Hope you enjoyed your games today. Hope you enjoyed some of the upsets we saw. I'm not quite sure which games you casted of Group A, but thank you very much for covering the event. Hope you had a good time. Okay. What do I expect from this game? I would expect Goblin Elazer to definitely not cheese again. Maybe he's gonna go for the double block again. The double block was a very, very effective strategy. And here's the thing. If you play against Zerg, you cannot... yeah, sure, Lambo. You can just watch it. No biggie. Against Zerg, you can't really go out on the map and take farther away bases because of Zerglings. If you get blocked by, let's say, a Protoss Terran team, I mean, it's also scary, but there is a chance that you can take a base that's on the outside, right? Yeah, I actually love that he's doing this because I was thinking about it. And I was gonna say, I would love to see Nexus first, but I don't think they're the kind of players to do it. But here we are. Showtime with the Nexus first. That prevents the block. Now, in response to this, we could see something aggressive from the other team. It's legit a super underrated strat in 2v2, by the way. Now, you would think that it's easy to cheese, but it's actually not. In fact, a little bit of lore here. In Warm-Up Cup number 4, the finals was Showtime, Elazer against Jumi and Yakov, and they lost twice to Nexus First. And in 1v1, Nexus First is kind of psychotic. I feel like you should never really get away with it, and it kind of sucks. In 2v2, it is really way more legit. So I'm happy to see Showtime do it. Good adaptation. Instantly circumvents the problem of the double block. Now, Shameless is going to suffer that fate. So I guess we'll see how that's going to go. Goblin going hard again with the Cybercore block, of course. But this time, Showtime is actually going to have more eco than Elazer, by the way. Protoss has more eco than Zerg at the start, especially when you play Nexus first with double Chrono. So I guess we'll see. Stargate is very fast for Shameless. We haven't seen a Stargate from Gobbo yet. I Kinda thought we were gonna see that. If he goes for it now, that's gonna be a little painful because... I mean, he's just gonna get owned by Shameless's Phoenixes / Oracles, right? I guess we'll see. I did walk across with the Stalker very bravely, and it's a good decision too. Let's see. Elaser made 2 Zerglings only so far. He's just droning up like crazy. This is the power of Nexus First, by the way. Look at Showtime at 32 probes already. His naturals... I mean, it's not basically fully saturated, but it's really getting there, you know? Now, Shameless is finally going to be able to take his base. It's really not even that much slower than Goblin's base, but he does already have the Stargate. And it's going to be Oracle, Twilight for Team Red, Twilight into Robo. Is there something they were afraid of in particular? It's a big Link Flood. Yeah, here's the problem, guys. Actually, they do have 2 Stalkers. Okay. I was gonna say, I didn't think Goblin was joining with anything. In that case... Ooh, Stasis! Oh my goodness, that is a fat Stasis. If it was just the Lynx, the Oracle would kill it all. But Goblin has 2 Stalkers, and literally these 2 Stalkers are what's allowing them to attack, because they can kill the Oracle. Literally only... If these 2 Stalkers weren't here, this would be the smallest deal ever. I don't think they realize quite how little there is, by the way. I don't think they even have to give this up, to be honest, but... Okay, let's see the micro. Force field here would be very nice, I think, as well. Good hold position there by Shameless. Showtime, focus fire, that Stalker. The Oracle is super good micro by the red team here, guys. Force fields on the Nexus, maybe? Has to be cancelled, so they do get it in the end. And that was a very good decision by Team Blue to go for it. I honestly didn't think they were going to get it at some point. Now I see 3 Blink logos in the production tab, which looks kind of funny. Goblin... I think he might have lost some workers here or something, right? Or did he just transfer late? I think he might have transferred late, because he does have a good amount of workers. Yeah, looks like it. Okay. Yeah, we have Blink against Blink plus Blink. Sounds easy enough, right? Goblin only has 1 gate. Shameless already has 2 gates. And Showtime already has... Ooh. Oh, they're going hard. It's a Prism 6-gate Blink. Do I like it? I think I actually do. Look at this army, guys. Blink is pretty far away. Showtime is about to finish, but Shameless is like 30 seconds away or so. Yeah, this base cannot be defended. There's only 13 Zerglings on the map, guys. He's going for Roaches, but Roaches are also notoriously not that good against Stalkers. At least until you get Roach speed. Is this amount of Stalkers gonna get stopped, guys? The T-Shrine from Goblin, by the way. I like that move. He has the Robo as well, so he can send the Prism later. I don't know if this amount of Stalkers is gonna die. Look at this. Sentry over here. They cannot go down this ramp. 2 bases are dead, 100% guaranteed. The rocks were not killed, and now at this point, I don't even want to kill the rocks. Now, one good thing is that they can't blink forward because there's links. So the red team has to take it slow, okay? If they blink forward, the links surround, they lose the Stalkers, and that sucks. But this is an absolutely absurd amount of Stalkers. It seems like there is a slight little bit of desync. Shameless wanted to go back there, where Showtime wanted to continue. Really like this move by Elaser, by the way. Taking a hidden base, that really is one of the few ways that they can get out of this. And wow. The Nexus First. You see how much he has? The Nexus First was actually the crucial adaptation here. Like, legitimately, that might have won them the game. Dude, I would be so tempted to just blink over here. I would be psychotic enough to do it, to be honest. I would be psychotic enough to just blink over there with that amount of Stalkers. I love that Shameless had a proxy gate and he has the Prism. Like, they really found a good way to be able to keep reinforcing. Showtime does have a little bit of a supply block going, so that could be painful. Oracle's going back home. I'm not quite sure he wants to be doing that. Yeah, like, here's the thing. Link Stalker, in theory, is good against Mass Stalker, but when it's this many, you can just keep going back and forth. Okay, so the Oracle went back, and now the DT is into play. There's an Immortal here as well. I think I see the Oracle flying back on the minimap, though, unfortunately for Team Blue. Is he going to use it in time? He almost missed that revelation, by the way. That seemed pretty freaking close. A little bit of a misrally by Showtime. Oh, a significant misrally by Showtime. There's a couple more force fields here. He doesn't actually use them. I see something happening on the minimap, including a lot of probes running away, so DTs by Goblin are going absolutely ham right now. You can tell everyone is distracted. Like, no one here has microed to the full potential, because they're all busy with the DTs at home. I mean, the supply is really close, but this is so many Stalkers, and these Roaches are they're just not very valuable supply at this point. They could even kill this Nexus and back off, but I also feel like they're just going to kill the army. I think at some point we're going to see a blink forward on the Immortal as soon as that dies. They're not going to have that much firepower yet. They do go for the Nexus. I like that play just to confirm that they get the lead from this, but I don't even think they will need it. Double blink forward. Ravagers, a good unit, but they're so easy to blink on. It's a very high value blink target, 100, and the Mass Stalker all-in is going to do it. And I'm very afraid for our homie Goblin, because that means that he's gonna have, and in my opinion, surprising day without winning a single series. He got close twice. The DTs did so much work, but I think the blink all-in just hit a little bit too hard. Elaser lost 2 bases, perhaps a little bit too greedy. Maybe Goblin's build wasn't tight enough, of course, but yeah, at this point, let's look at the Stalker count. 19 and 13 against 8. And just in case you guys forgot, if they survive, Goblin is on 1 base. Okay, this is... he is on half a base. 16 out of 8. Yeah, that is very painful. I think the moment they feel like it, they're going to blink on top of the Immortal, and that is going to be it. Exactly. GG is called. Showtime and Shameless take the final series of the day. A little bit of a recap. Nicorakt got first place, or is not got, but he is first place currently in Group B, which is crazy. Actually, Shameless might even have a better record. Actually, I think Shameless and Nicorakt are basically rank 1 and 2, which is freaking crazy for Group B. Showtime has a 2-1 score, which is pretty nice. Elaser has a 2-1 score, which is pretty nice. And then Goblin is the unlucky one here, going 0 and 3 today. And that is going to make it very tough for him. There's 5 matches left. He's probably going to win at least 3 or 4 of those, so that is really not going to be easy. Still a good series. Love the adaptations. Adaptation to go Nexus first here by Showtime also had won then the series, so well done to him for that.